Coming up next on Good Taste. It's a special steak.
It's a special steak.
This Houston chef claims he makes the best chicken fried steak in Texas.
And I think he nailed it.
Even legendary Texan Lyle Lovett is a fan. This chef's story is one for the ages.
The beginning of it was definitely washing dishes.
But wait till you hear what happened next.
And
Oh my
was on
gosh.
You won't believe it. And then,
That is fantastic.
this North Texas treasure churns out amazing pizzas. Food that comes with a special shout out to our first responders.
We see you, we're here for you, and we want to say thank you.
I love that.
Plus, we're talking turkey with a real pro.
And look at the juice in that bird.
Yes.
Find out how to cook up a flawless feast for your holiday meal.
Ready, set, eat. Good Taste starts right now. Cheers. Hi everyone, welcome to Good Taste. I'm Tanji Patton. Foodies, rev up your appetites. Today we're at the fabulous Houston Farmers Market, where one of this town's most popular chefs has created the ultimate taste of Texas. In fact, this spot boasts the best chicken fried steak in the state. Let's find out.
What happens when you take tried and true Texas pride,
Texas flags on everything.
mix it with the freshest ingredients this side of the Mississippi,
The raw cinnamon.
The difference between this cinnamon and anything else.
and put Chef Nick Fine at the helm?
This is where we get our meat for our chicken fried steak.
A darn good restaurant, that's what.
It's just amazing selection of food that resonates every time we come and eat.
Very Texan, very refreshing.
Among the many fans of Wild Oats, legendary Texas singer-songwriter Lyle Lovett. Wild Oats is Chef Nick's love letter to Texas.
Anything that goes on our menu has to have some roots in Texas.
The menu tips its Stetson to Texas' rich culinary history.
Why are we doing such a deep dive into this stuff? Because I think the cultures and the people that brought this stuff deserve a little respect of where we got all this stuff.
That respect is in every dish. The armadillo eggs are stuffed with cheese, wrapped in sausage, rolled up with bacon, then smoked.
So it's basically an armadillo egg and a Texas Twinkie all wrapped into one.
The wood-grilled chicken is all Texas too.
It's really, really Texas as it gets because we hang it above our grill. It has to hang for about 3 hours. Then we grill it, and then it's served with King Ranch casserole.
Oh, yum.
When's the last time you saw a King Ranch casserole in a restaurant? It's been a
It's
while.
been a long
Like
time.
that's something that my mom would always cook.
When it comes to location, Nick hit the jackpot. Wild Oats is right next to the newly revamped Houston Farmers Market.
Now this is cool. What a nice little asset to have right next to you.
Fragrant spices, stacks of pungent chilies, colorful fruits and vegetables around every corner.
Whoa, look at that.
Whoa.
It's beautiful. Look at that color.
A stroll through this open-air market is truly a delight for the senses.
We're gonna have to come back and get some of this to put it on the menu. Like this is so good.
It's rich. It's sweet and there's a depth to it.
You know, I think the farmers market is a great staple for kind of a hub for the community.
Chef Nick's path to Wild Oats is a wild story.
I was going to Texas Tech University, get your guns up, Red Raiders, but I wanted to be a park ranger.
He drove to Yellowstone to make his mark, but life had other plans.
I got a job washing dishes at the park, and the beginning of it was definitely washing dishes and
Hey, a lot of great chefs started as dishwashers.
absolutely.
He didn't wash dishes for long.
One day, we had 4 or 5 state troopers walk into the restaurant and ask for one of our employees. We were like, "Where are you going?" He was like, "Oh, I'm going to prison for a long time." And we found out that he had murdered his wife and her lover and
Oh my
was on the
gosh.
run. The chef freaked out and was like, "Does anybody know how to cook?" And I raised my hand.
Nick didn't know how to cook, but he fell in love with it. He went to culinary school and honed his skills working with notable chefs. When he had the idea for Wild Oats, he called up an old friend, Houston's own James Beard award-winning chef, Chris Shepard.
How did you and Chris Shepard meet?
Chris was my chef's best friend when I worked at Brennan's of Houston, so I always knew that Chris was going to be something special.
Wild Oats is part of Underbelly, the restaurant group Shepard founded. Nick's vision paid off. His take on Lone Star cuisine is playful. With giant Texas sheet cakes you can decorate yourself. And sophisticated with beautifully braised rabbit pierogies served with crispy leeks. You can't go wrong with your order. Every dish is so good, you'll leave wanting more.
I think it's super approachable, but the food is incredibly elevated.
It's elevated, all right. Rumor has it, the chicken fried steak is the best in the state.
I've had chicken fried steak a lot of different places for a long time. Yeah, I think it might be.
To be able to have the best chicken fried steak, you have to start with the best meat.
And boy, do they. It's Wagyu beef from the butcher next door.
It's a special steak.
It's a special steak.
The steaks are soaked in buttermilk and ranch, then coated in a top secret mix of spices.
I like to joke that we put 23 spices to pay homage to the greatest drink in the world, which is Dr. Pepper, right? So,
Debatable.
That breading is massaged into every nook and cranny to make for an extra crispy steak worth talking about.
it's like the edge of the brownie, right? The edge of the brownie is the best part. So what we're doing is we're giving you the best part of this the whole time.
It's deep fried, smothered in mashed potatoes and green beans, then topped with jalapeno bacon gravy, bacon, and chives.
This is like a Texas cheers.
It's fantastic. Your quest is fantastic.
It's all fantastic here, from the magnificent farmer's market to a taste of the Lone Star State in every bite.
It's Nick Fine's love letter to Texas, and I think he nailed it.
If you love Texas, you're gonna love Wild Oats.
We're in the Goya Kitchens and we're making something good with the executive chef Fernando Deza, and we're talking tapas, right?
That's true. We're making some delicious chorizo albino with our Goya products. Delicioso. We're gonna get our Goya chorizos that are pre-cooked already, and we basically wanna cook them until nice and brown, until between 4 to 5 minutes. They're gonna render and make it nice and brown.
Yeah. So we want to stress this is the Spanish chorizo, right? Very different from Mexico.
Yeah, it's completely different. It's more, the garlic, the paprika. It's not spicy. It's more smoky flavor.
It smells amazing already.
Okay, so after that, we're gonna add some sugar.
Some sugar.
Yeah, we're gonna mix. Then we're gonna add some Goya cooking wine, Goya red wine. Higher. And to add more flavor, we're gonna add some Goya adobo with pepper.
I'm telling you, that stuff is good on
It's so
everything.
good. Cook around 8 to 9 minutes until you reduce the sauce. We get some delicious chorizo.
And the sugar kind of thickens it up too,
Thickens
right?
it up, caramelize the whole liquid, and just make it so good. Chorizo's ready. I'm gonna add it to the bowl.
Smells amazing.
It tastes even better. Next, we're gonna add some chopped parsley.
It's that simple, right?
Super simple. You can taste the adobo, the sugar, the wine cooking down with this combination of spices, paprika, and the chorizo. It's amazing.
It is amazing. Then you want to take the bread and just dip it in the
Dip it
sauce.
in the
I love
sauce.
it. We have the recipe online, Chef. Thank you.
Thank you.
Still to come, the best wines for your holiday table in my wine finds. Also, how to make your turkey the best.
So under the skin, you can see the different pockets of fat.
We're getting top turkey tips from a real pro. But first,
When you come here, go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
you'll also want to try these heavenly pies.
I'm always looking for the best food around, and this is one of those places.
Any way you slice it, you're gonna love it. Next.
Get social with us. Follow us on Instagram at Goodtaste TV. Cisco, at the heart of food and service.
A sight that never gets old, celebrating our heroes. Welcome to a special spot in Argyle, Texas, where our fantastic military service folks and first responders are honored every single day. It happens here at Earl's 377 Pizza, a historic spot tossing up some of the best pies in North Texas. Heck, maybe the entire state. Slap it, toss it, spin it, dress it. The pizzas popping out of these blazing hot ovens are the real deal.
I love Earl. I love the atmosphere. The pizza's fantastic. In fact, I broke my no-carb diet for the pizza today.
I'm a foodie at heart, and so I'm always looking for the best food around, and this is one of those places.
Earl's 377 Pizza is a rustic pizza joint in Argyle, Texas, a small town just 30 minutes up I-35 from Fort Worth, and a hop, skip, and a jump south of Denton.
I love Earl's. My family and I come here quite often.
It's very unique. I can't think of any place even that comes close.
Handmade meatballs that would make any Italian Nona proud.
This is our meatball appetizer right here. You can also get it as a meatball sub, spaghetti and meatballs.
Looks like a meatball meal to
right,
me.
spaghetti and meatballs.
The killer spinach and artichoke dip and the 5-layer lasagna with hearty meat sauce are standouts too. But it's Earl's handcrafted pizzas that'll keep you drooling long after the last slice.
The mark of a good pizza is the dough, and you guys have quite a process.
We do, and I don't even know the recipe. That's how secret it is.
That top secret dough is handmade every day in Earl's dedicated dough room.
There's a science behind dough, but to have your own dough room, I think it's kind of cool.
There's a pie for every palate at Earl's. The barbecue arezzo packs a punch with tangy barbecue sauce, mozzarella, smoked chicken, roasted red peppers, onions, and cilantro.
Oh, it's delicious.
The Padre Island is another fan favorite.
Pineapple and jalapeños and cilantro and bacon. It's really good.
Grab the Giardino for some guilt-free gluttony. It's loaded with mushrooms, red bell peppers, sweet onions, spinach, and artichoke hearts.
I don't think you can beat a wood-fired pizza.
Those wood-fired pizzas are served up in an old firehouse, playfully reimagined.
So Earl's 377 Pizza, original firehouse here in Argyle, Texas.
Well, some of the architectural elements, it's really cool. So much of the old has been kind of worked into the building, right?
We have bait buckets as light fixtures, shovels hanging from the roof. So it's this really awesome mix of hard and soft.
Lights are repurposed military helmets, fire helmets too. Chandelier? Nah, that's a chavalier.
I love it. I'm so impressed with the decor.
Wine is served in authentic Italian pitchers. Even the bathrooms have a playful vibe.
Bathrooms are so overlooked, and I think we've done a really good job making sure that you're going to get the whole decor experience through all of the whole restaurant.
Yeah, when you come here, go to the bathroom.
Go to the bathroom.
It's worth it. It'll make you smile. It's really funny.
One thing that Earl's takes seriously is honoring our heroes.
It's awesome you give so much back to the military. The military plays a big role in so much of what we see here, right?
Absolutely. We really want to work with the community and let them know, man, we see you, we're here for you, and we want to say thank you.
I love that.
Yeah.
The staff uniform includes military-style boots.
Because the struggle that all of our military go through and wearing these heavy boots.
That respect is on full display in Earl's Spirit of the Hero Pizza.
And when every pizza that gets ordered, $2 goes to the Spirit of the Hero organization. So we love it. It's one of our most popular pizzas.
It starts with barbecue sauce and ranch dressing.
We're gonna throw some cheese on there.
A lot of cheese, I hope.
Pile on some smoked brisket.
I think this is why everybody really loves this pizza. They love the brisket. Some red bells.
And these have been marinated, I guess, and
yes,
seasoned already,
nice,
right?
Good sauce. Yep.
Add some red bells, sprinkle on some Parmesan, and slide it into a flaming hot oven.
So we're gonna finish the crust with some ranch powder. So it gets light dusting all the way around.
I love it that you're putting flavor on the crust.
Oh my gosh, the best, the best.
That is fantastic.
Yep.
Breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Pizza. It works every time, right?
At Earl's 377 Pizza, they've got a favorite saying: eating is a need, enjoying is an art. You'll get the best of both at Earl's.
Planning for a special meal this month? Well, then you've come to the right place. I've got some great wine finds that are going to pair beautifully with a variety of special dishes. Up first, the Castle Rock Pinot Noir from Willamette Valley in Oregon. This is a lighter style Pinot with bright acidity and juicy tart cherries, some vanilla notes too. It will pair with chicken, pork, giant holiday turkeys, and hams. A nice Pinot for a crowd at only $15.98 a bottle. Up next, a classic pairing for a Thanksgiving turkey, the Thomas Schmidt Riesling. This is a Cabernet classification, so it's a dry Riesling. It is not sweet. Lively and fresh, this wine is also low in alcohol, so it's perfect for a crowd. It pairs beautifully with a variety of foods too. The Thomas Schmidt Riesling is about $15.98 a bottle. All right, next, if your family's like mine, they'll want a Cabernet at the table. Well, you're going to like this one a lot. It's called Bound and Determined, said to be for those who never give up on their dreams. This is a Napa Cab through and through, full-bodied with lots of layers of flavors. It's velvety soft. A special meal deserves a special bottle of wine. The Bound and Determined 2018, that's key, is about $39.98 a bottle. As always, I found all my wines in my very favorite wine shop, H-E-B.
Coming up, it's turkey time.
Of course, I've made that mistake.
I have too.
How to find barbecue bliss for your bird.
You're gonna want an extra helping next.
When in Dallas, the Good Taste team loves to stay at the beautiful Sonesta Select Hotel. Good Taste with Tanji is brought to you in part by H-E-B.
Time for the holidays and time to learn the tips and tricks of smoking the perfect turkey. And we are with the experts right now. We're at Black's Barbecue, the original Black's Barbecue in Lockhart, Texas. And I am with the 4th generation pitmaster, Barrett Black. And I should say happy birthday. 90 years,
90
right?
years, yes, we're celebrating 90 years. Something my great-grandfather started, my grandparents perfected, and now my dad, my brother, and I are carrying on the tradition.
Yeah, and you're going to show us some tips to really get a good, moist, flavorful turkey, right?
Yeah, people are so scared to smoke a turkey, but there's some easy ways to really guarantee a crispy skin and a juicy meat underneath that. You start with getting the right size bird. There's a lot of people think they need the biggest turkey I can find, but that's an older bird, so it's going to be a little bit tougher and a little bit more dry. So you want to start with a younger, smaller one. About 10 to 14 pounds is where I like to stay. And so how we can guarantee that this is going to be nice and juicy without taking up all your refrigerator space by soaking it in a brine, we're going to do a dry brine, which is basically just salting it. So similar to a brisket, you got to trim up some of this excess. And then for the wings, we want to tuck those up under the breast right here to make sure you get all the neck and the giblets out. Of course, I've made that mistake.
I have too.
So we're separating all the meat from the skin, including the legs and the thighs. You just take a little bit of salt and you put it on your hand, your fingers, and you're rubbing it down inside there, just spreading it out. So under the skin, you can see the different pockets of fat where it's a little bit darker. Just use a really sharp metal fork and just poke little holes. And we'll put this on a sheet tray and stick it in the fridge overnight.
And we smoked it how long and at what temp?
About 3 to 4 hours at 275. And make sure that you just do it at a low and slow speed. I always start with the bottom, I start with the legs, and just start to cut it apart.
And look at the juice in that bird.
Yes, I suggest adding that into a melted butter or compound butter and adding that to your slices of turkey afterward.
Well, happy birthday. Come head over to Black's, celebrate their 90th anniversary with them. These are the experts when it comes to barbecue. I'll say Texas, but I'll go even further than that, the country. These guys do it right. Thank you.
Thank you.
Today we're headed back inside the kitchen with celebrated chef Nick Fine. What's the one tool he can't live without?
I think what's great about this tool right here is that it works in the kitchen, but it works on everything.
Yeah.
It literally, if you put this on anything, it works and it makes it better.
And what is it?
So this is our give a And we use it on everything. We use it on our food, which is super important, right? We make sure that everybody involved is giving a shit.
Right.
But we use it, we can clean tables with it. We can go to our house and treat our family with a little bit of give a shit, right? Everything in your life, if you just use this secret ingredient and this tool, it'll fix everything, right? Sound good?
Right, good to know.
Awesome.
We love to share good taste. Head to our website at goodtaste.tv, where you'll find delicious recipes from top chefs, my latest wine finds, and restaurant recommendations. Plus, you can see all our episodes right here. Don't forget, sign up for our newsletter while you're there. When visiting Houston, the Good Taste team loves to stay at the beautiful Royal Sonesta, right in the heart of Uptown, conveniently located near the Galleria.
Time to eat, right? Check out our list of restaurants at goodtaste.tv. That's also where you'll find all of the recipes you saw on today's show. While you're there, sign up for our newsletter, and don't forget, follow us on Instagram at Good Taste TV. Thanks so much for joining us. We love your good taste, and we love it when you're right here each and every week. Cheers.